REMARKETER, empowering realtors.
Good morning, and thank you very much for joining me today. So, my aim for today is to open up a topic that's pretty much a classic topic in online marketing, and show you the relevance of and importance of this topic, as well as demonstrating the capabilities that we have that enable you to pretty much excel in this domain using Remarketer. So, obviously, the topic, as you've seen it in the title of the webinar, is blogging. And a lot of people these days talk about the fact that blogging is old school, it's old fashioned. But you need to realize that it's completely false to disregard blogging and the importance of this. And I'll tell you why and how. Basically, in the age of AI that we are right now, there's a lot of content created using AI, which is amazing. It's awesome. AI has enabled us to be able to do a lot more with regards to the ease of creating content and the extension of the reach that we're able to make using the content that we generate. However, it creates a lot of noise. So AI generated content is easily detected by the consumers, and they would know what content is authentic and what is AI generated. I'm not disregarding the power of AI. In fact, I'm going to promote it right now, but we need to be able to understand. We need to understand that AI plays its own role. What's key here for you to understand is that local knowledge is even more powerful than what it was before. With all the noise and the generic content that AI is capable of creating, what you know and what your expertise owns are locally stands out even more than it used to before. And that's the key to take away from here and really try to benefit from the fact. Now, um, uh, with AI, you don't need to be the writer anymore. Instead, you can focus on being the expert. That's the key. So this is what we're trying to promote here as well, and this is what Remarketer is built to deliver to you. So AI helps you write. You don't need to be the writer. You don't need to be the copywriter. You don't need to think about the structure of the text and the grammar and the punctuations, et cetera, et cetera. That's what AI will do and will streamline for you, and it does it much better than you would do it, at least much faster than you would do it. Uh, but you are the expert, and you need to really make that the bold outcome of what we have here. Now, important thing to note here is that social media is great, where you're having uh, a lot of um, content put out there, and that's important for you to make the connection. Where you build the trust is still blogs. That's where people actually come and see where your expertise is and how you're able to really address the uh, the individual client's needs directly, which is your local know-how and expertise there. On the other end, Google uh, search engines in general will also love the fact that you have, instead of generic content, localized know-how, which is important to for search engines to give authority to, and that's what matters as well. So you're also gaining a lot of SEO traction as well with blogs, and you can do that a lot more in terms of uh, you want to do. Now, there is a difference though. Old school blogging was writing large scripts of content. Um, you wanted to include as much information as possible in one blog post, and it was, pages over pages of content. And usually it was only uh, uh, created to for SEO purposes, search engine optimization. That's not the case anymore. So the new system of blogging is small, hyperlocal content. So instead of generic content, which is old and it's gone, you would need to create hyperlocal content. That's what really wins. And that this is where AI can really help you. It doesn't replace blogging, it upgrades blogging for you. And basically what we achieve with Remarketer is that we put your voice together with AI, which gives you the unfair advantage, if you want to say. All right. So, what I want to do today is I want to show you how to use uh, Remarketer's blogging system, how we have integrated AI to give you more capability, give you a quick run on how you can use the different content that's available in Remarketer to build a nice blog. But at the end of the day, try to make sure that the takeaway that you have from this webinar is that you need to be able to come up with little local topics that can really help your um, uh, clients build trust in your service. And we're talking clients, we're talking local, basically, um, utilizing the tools that are available to you in the market. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and uh, give you quick demonstration of what we have in Remarketer. All right, so obviously what we have here is we'll be talking mainly on the news and blogs module. So this is where it all happens. I'll give you the quick tips on how to build a nice, engaging blog post, and I'll show you how to utilize AI to build content faster and better. Keeping in mind all the stuff that I just talked about in order to to build the right type of blogs for the modern audience, pretty much. Now, other than looking at news and blogs, I will also show you a few other items here on the system that can help you uh, can help provide content for the blog post that you would want to generate. All right, so let's look at the basics first, and then we're going to build on top of that. So the first thing to do is to go to the news and blog posts, and this is where we have a few basically a few news articles updated for you every week. So these are news articles that would be um, that have created a little bit of a hype over the week, and we create these little posts for you here anyway, where you can really take away and utilize them on your own. But today's topic is mainly about creating your own content. If you would like to add any one of these to your system, it's pretty simple. You could just view the content here, and if you like it, you could just simply add this to your post. So this is now added to your post. We have it available among the posts that have been published. And if you go to your website, under the news tab, you will see that the post has been added to your website as well. So this is a very easy way to go. We've already built this for you, and you can simply use the same. Now, one of the things that you could do, obviously, is to take one of these and then further um, personalize it or localize it yourself. So that would be, the first idea that I can give you first suggestion that I can give you that you can quickly get to the objective that we want to achieve today. So you can take one of these general content. So these are just blog posts created from um, um, uh, general news outlets. But you can then take that, add your own thoughts to it, and then localize it and personalize it. That's what makes it unique. That's what makes it powerful. And that's what will deliver the objectives that we just talked about. So that's one thing that you could do. You could just simply add this um, to your news feeds. But what I'm trying to say today is for you to edit these or create your own versions of it. Now, if you want to create your own blog post, what we need to do is we need to click on the Add New button, and this is where you can create a blog post. Now, every blog post has several elements to it. I'll just quickly show you what these elements are. We have a post title. So that's the title of the post. We need to make it engaging and interesting, obviously. So that's number one. The second thing is that we've got a description. So the description is a short synopsis of what we're talking about. So we do have a description as well. So every post will have a um, a title, a description, and then a body. So that's the main body of the post. Now, I mentioned today at the beginning that the old long two-page posts are dead. We don't need them anymore. What we need is short, to the point, hyper localized, and informative blog posts. So we're not going to be building huge posts here. We're building small, to the point posts, but we're making them a lot more. And that's the beauty of AI. We're going to be able to utilize AI to build a lot more of these. That's why we have the help me write buttons right here. This is the AI integration that we've built into the system right where you need it. So you don't even have to go back and forth between platforms in order to generate content. You could just generate content right here. All you need is the subject, your thoughts about the subject, and what you want to add to the topic. So, in terms of local information or in terms of the local expertise, that's what you want to write. All you need is that, and then AI will do the writing for you. So that's the beauty of it. As I mentioned, AI's writing skills plus your local knowledge, that's power. That's what stands out. All right. So we have a post title, a description, and a body. The body can be obviously configured to look a lot more engaging and look a lot better. You can add pictures, you can even add videos, etc., hyperlinks. You can format it to look nice and all that, which I'll show you while we're building the content. And then uh, we'll also add some pictures and stuff to it as well, which will make it look a lot better uh, and pleasant to engage with. Now you can categorize your content by giving it a different category if you want to. That's a subject for a different um, webinar, I think. And then we have the toggle here, which is going to determine whether the blog post is added to the website or not. So you can just simply keep it offline. If you're still working on it, or you intend for this post to just be emailed to contacts, or uh, just keep it offline for a better time if you're preparing your content beforehand and you want to have them ready for you to post them on your website later on. So by switching this on, the blog post is going to go to your website. Keeping it off is just going to keep it off the website. You can also select a featured image. Now a featured image is a picture that would be the thumbnail if you ever share this article on social media, for example. So you can use as many pictures as you want in the body, you can select one of them to be your featured image or a different one to be your featured image. That could be you and your branding, or it could be just a generic picture that would resonate with the topic of the blog post. And obviously, you could just save it down here. So it's pretty straightforward and easy to deal with. All you need to do is to put in the content. All right, now let's give you an example and a demonstration here. So we'll go into these topics and areas. So basically, we have Canada real estate shift, homegrown brands take the lead. Let's see what we have here. Ontario unveils new HST rebate to help first-time homebuyers enter the market. All right, so this is kind of cool. Let's view this topic. All right. So the provincial government of Ontario recently announced a new tax relief measure aiming to make homeownership more accessible to first buyers. So that's good. Let's get some quick information. Obviously, you're going to read this more in detail, but with the time strain that we have, I'm just going to just quickly go over it. Effectively eliminating the tax bill for home values up to 1 million for homes priced between 1 million and 1.5 million. Okay, that's cool. So this is an interesting take from this new legislation that's being tabled right now. What we're going to do is I'm just going to copy this part of it, just making it easy. This is what I want to talk about. Okay. Uh, and I'm not going to add this article to my lists. What I want to do is I want to create a new article for myself. Awesome. All right. So I copied the context. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to write a post title. So I'm just going to click on Help Me Write, and this is the ChatGPT writing wizard that opens up. You're going to be able to create all sorts of content here, right? So you can create a blog post title, a blog post, a newsletter description, etc. In this case, we need a blog post title. So from the list available here, I'm going to select a blog post title. So the system knows that what I'm going to write is a blog post title. I'm just going to paste what I copied over there. So this is the context. And we also want to talk about what I want to do right now is I want to localize this to my local area. So let's say Vaughan is my area, uh, is full of properties that fit the criteria for first. So this is my uh, localization and personalization. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So I just add this little bit to it. So that's my little bit to that general content, right? So now this is going to be my new um, topic and my input. So I'm going to copy this whole thing, but that's what I'm going to submit to the system. I need a blog post title. Now you can also select the tone of the title. Do you want it to be professional? Do you want it to be informal? Do you want it to be urgent? Do you want it to be casual? Do you want it to be forceful, poetic, even, or funny, or whatever? So, depending on your style, you can make things a little bit more interesting. It's not a problem. You can write a poetic blog post, and people are gonna like reading it a little bit better than just a very formal blog post that might be a little bit boring to them. So depending on your style and how you like it to appear, you can select different tones here. I'm just going to stick with casual over here, and I want to that's part of what you want to portray is you want to, so. For the blog post title, I just need one sentence. If you want to use emojis, you can also select emojis over here, and we're going to submit that to the AI. Now, system gives me a suggestion for the post's title. Excuse me. Ontario's new HST tax break makes buying your first home in Vaughan tax-free up to $1 million and still offers a partial rebate up to $1.5 million. Cool. So this is interesting. It's eye-catching. It really encourages the user to click and view more, and it's also local to your area. So if someone's looking at your website, you will see how this is going to impact them as well, because most probably they're people who are interested in Vaughn. That's why they found you and know you from. So I'm going to use that as the post title. Now we want to have a post description as well, right? Again, I'm going to paste the same thing with the context as well as my thoughts of it, and I'm going to instead get one paragraph now. So this is going to be a paragraph explaining this to my constituents. So I'm going to submit that, and we're going to get a paragraph. So that's now you can be a little bit more um, with that as well. Sorry, I forgot to change the blog post title. We're going to go to a blog post description. I need one paragraph. Let's submit again to get another um, description there. All right. So now I have a description. If you want to change anything, you can change it as well. And you're going to be able to use that. So now I have a post title and post description. So you have your own ideas, you have your own context, everything is there. And AI is just writing it for you. So making it a lot faster and easier. So right now it just took, if you're not explaining it like the way that I'm explaining it, it'll just take you a few seconds to come up with the post title and description. And then finally, we're going to go to the body. Again, I'm going to say help me write, and this one's going to be a blog post itself. Again, I'm going to add this here. I can even add a few more items here. Now, let me give you some examples. Um, let's open Remarketer again here in a different tab. So content from other areas of Remarketer can also help you generate it. So I still have this parked right here. I just want to give it a little bit more juice, right? So what I'm going to do, for example, I'm going to go down here to market reports, and I'm going to pull up the market stats here. So this is the information that I want. So I'm going to type Vaughan, and I'm going to pull up the Vaughan market statistics. All right, so these are the information that I want um, to use. All right, so the average market price for Vaughan is this. So I want to use that piece of information. Go back to the other tab. I'm going to add that. Average market price in Vaughan as of, when was that? November 17th. So I'm going to make it hyper local, right? And personalized. November 17th is this. Okay. Um, down, it's come down 6% year over year, down 6% year over year, bringing the city's average property price well within the new legislation limits. See, my input, right? So that's my understanding of that. What else do I need? Okay, let's be a little bit uh, okay. So we've got 1,446 active listings, which is 33% year over year. So active listings in Vaughan 33% more than last year. Therefore, you have a lot more options to choose from, right? So I'm adding a few more uh, facts to the description of what I want to write this blog about. And I'm using Remarketer's other tools in order to give me context. So I have context, I have local information, I'm localizing that general news article to fit my audiences and uh, uh, basically display my expertise here. All right, so for that, I would like to have three paragraphs. And remember, I mentioned we're not going to write 2 pages of a blog post anymore. It's going to be to the point, short and sweet. And therefore, 3 paragraphs is more than enough. You might even go for 2 paragraphs if you want. All right. And then I'm going to submit it, and it's going to start writing the whole thing for me. So what I did is just I added um, the facts and the points that I wanted to be included in there, and there it is. I have a blog post written for me, right? In Vaughan, the average home price sits at about this as of November 17th, down 6% year over year, and squarely in that rebate range, with 1,446 active listings, 33% more than last year. There's no shortage of styles, neighborhoods, or price points to explore. If you've been holding off on your first purchase, this is the moment to dive in. Between the HST rebate, the buyer's market bursting with new options, you could snag a brand new home for far less than you might have imagined. Perfect. So, this is just that, and you have perfect content available for uh, your blog just like that. All right, let's make it a little bit richer. I want to add a few images to. Let's add one picture to the blog post. All right, so here's how we're gonna do that. Let's go back to the other tab right here, and I'm gonna go to the website design here, and I'm gonna go to photo library. Now, photo library, you can upload your own pictures if you want to. It's also connected to Pixabay, so you can get royalty-free pictures from Pixabay directly in here. So what we need to do is just to search for the type of picture that I want to get. So let's search for Ontario. So there are a lot of different pictures that you could use. Um, let's just go through them. All right, this is nice because it's talking about legislation. Let's use some government buildings. All right, so I added the picture to my media room. I'm just going to copy the URL for that image. So I'll just click on this little button right here, and I have the URL copied. Let's go back to my tab right here. All right, I'll make some space for the picture, and I would like to insert a picture right here. So you can either choose a picture from your computer, or you can just paste the image URL, which I just copied from the other tab. Insert image, there it is. So my image URL is added in here. Now it's important for you to do this. Never forget this. You see this image is 962 pixels by 642 pixels. So that's the size of the image. Now, for some screen sizes, that would be a little image in the corner of the screen. And for some screen sizes, like a cell phone, for instance, or a tablet, this would be too big, and it would be, bigger than the width of the screen. So therefore, if I want the picture to show perfectly no matter the size of the screen, what I would need to do is to select a percentage of the screen width to fill. So in this case, I'm just going to click 100%. So this will fit 100% of the width of the screen, no matter how big or small the screen size is. So I can just simply do that. So pictures to the content of your blogs or your email content, etc., always click on the picture and select 100% or 50% or 25%, depending on what you want it to look like, so that it fits perfectly on the screen and it looks neat and nice no matter where they're reading it. All right, so I have a blog post. It's about uh, the new legislation, as well as how it makes it relevant to my area of expertise. And I have all the content and all the information that I need from within Remarketer that's available for me to build it. I have AI integrated. It literally takes me minutes to build an engaging and interesting content for me to utilize in my marketing now. I'm going to save this, and now this would be available among my uh, properties, among my posts to be shared. Now, at this point, I can email this to my contacts, or I can just have it available on my website. Right now, you see it's not published on the website. So I can go back, edit it, and I'm going to publish it on the website. I can also select an image. So I can select that image again. It could be the same image, it could be different, so that this would be the thumbnail of that uh, news article. So now, if we go back to news and blogs, this one is also published on the website. And therefore, I can now, apart from emailing it, I can also share it to social media as well. Let's go to my website and refresh. There we are. I have my own personalized blog post that's relevant and local, and it's expressing my expertise. And if I can do a lot of these, which I can, utilizing the tools and the services and the information and the facts and the AI integration and everything that you have in Remarketer, you're going to be a blogging star. This is perfect for your SEO, and this is perfect for your social media marketing as well. You can use this same post to promote on your uh, social media. Now, that's a topic of another webinar, repurposing of your blog post for different channels, for emails, for blogging, for social media, for vlogging, for video posts, etc. But I don't have to talk too much about it. You can just, guess how you can do that. It's very simple to create it. You can just copy this whole script and repurpose it for a different tool. You saw that drop down list where you can select all sorts of different uh, content to build. And you could utilize AI, and in a matter of seconds, you can repurpose this for another channel and have it prepared for, let's say, for instance, a social media post. All right. So this is my 101 on blogging, and you know how a new age of blogging is achievable using the tools that you have in Remarketer. So again, um, just to summarize, with Remarketer, you've been able to utilize AI where we are right here, so that the AI would do the heavy lifting while you are adding the expertise, right? And that from zero to publish is basically in minutes, and that you don't have to be afraid of that. Now, yeah, remember this. You can create one blog and you can create a full weeks of marketing content for social media posts, for example, off of that blog as well. So these are all the stuff to think about. Your knowledge becomes the content um, at scale, which is basically what you need in order to be able to really achieve um, your marketing excellence here. Um, all right. All right. So it's already 11:06. So I think this is good enough. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to show you. This was just a quick little example. Instead of just simply posting what's available generically, we just took the content and change the context according to my expertise and my know-how, got the information from the other modules. There's a ton more here. You can check out the content GPT that gives you a ton of content and a ton of scripts that are available to be used or retooled for your purpose. And basically, you can utilize Remarketer to turn your expertise into uh, impact in your marketing. I don't see any questions, so I think this is all good. If anything comes up, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're available at service@remarketer.ca. We're always looking forward to hear from you. Any suggestions or any questions are always welcome, and we'd be happy to help. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay tuned for another topic next week with a different approach in Remarketer. Take care.